Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a psychological, mental health, emotional health paradigm. We do that as often as we can, usually several times per week, and we do that wherever we can, however we can, and my schedule doesn't always allow me to be here as often as I'd like, but we're working on that in 2022. Happy New Year for those that are listening for the first time in the new year. If you're looking for coaching, life, relationship, business, whatever have you, would love to be of service to you, please feel free to reach out at PO Perception on Twitter and or in the About Me section of this YouTube page. These are healthy habits for 2022. That's the focus that we have here. The first is gratitude. So, look, we can always have better in life. We can also always have worse. And so, the more focused we are on being grateful for what we have, the easier it is to get to a place where life becomes more manageable. Gratitude is important because we need to see ourselves as someone who doesn't deserve things but desires them. So to deserve something is to be often crippled by the thought that we can't have what we want or need. To desire something is a completely different experience because it's to kind of focus on the want of it, but being able to function either way. Next thing is removing your dependency on social media. In the last several years, the DSM has developed social media addiction as a mental health disorder. I think this is important because it denotes two things. Number one, dependency on technology, potentially, not always, but potentially being an unhealthy thing. Secondly, it denotes the nature of that dependency becoming an addictive personality facet, just like any other addiction, alcohol, drugs, whatever have you, and the dangers therein. Obviously, it's not a complete negative to use social media at all. There are options for social media in a healthy way, but many times the dependency on same can be super unhealthy and unwell for a number of reasons. The next thing to kind of look at there is kind of to, see things as they are. In other words, that is kind of, you know, avoid awfulization, but also avoid kind of the nature of, uh, you know, underplaying what our needs are or what our desires are. So there's a balance in just because something is bad doesn't mean it's the worst thing ever, but just because something is good doesn't mean it will last forever. So finding balance is an important aspect of living well. The next thing is to avoid kind of letting things get too cluttered. This is both mentally and physically. Physical clutter leads to a feeling of disempowerment. Mental clutter does the same thing. So, keeping things as clean as we can, both in thought, word, deed, and focus, is important. And sometimes we may even need a person or two or three to help us to remain or to regain that balance in a healthy, meaningful, and important way. Does that necessarily mean we have to know everything that's coming? No. Can we know everything that's coming? Not really. But trying to maintain practices that allow us to make healthier decisions, allow us to grow in healthier ways, ultimately can lead into a better mindset, a better way of believing, a better way of being, a better way of thinking, a better way of knowing, and ultimately balancing things out in that better way can be both challenging but also necessary. The next thing to look at here is manage your time well. What is it that you want to accomplish? What are the important things for you to accomplish? Are you putting time into things that are going to lead you forward or push you backwards? If you're putting time into, for example, a dead end relationship, if you're putting time into complaining, if you're putting time into gossip, it'll lead you backwards. Now, that being said, are you putting time into things that can lead you forward? Are you studying? Are you growing? Are you focusing on, leading yourself in a direction that gets you to a healthy happy, and useful place. Hopefully this is helpful. Keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Till next time, everybody.